Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for March 15th through the 21st, 2021. So, welcome everyone. And I'd like to welcome anyone who's watching our channel for the very first time and invite you to feel free to participate in this reading and the message that come through for you and through your angels. And since this is going to be the week, towards the end of the week where spring begins, and also today when you're watching this, if you're watching on Saturday, it'll be the beginning of the new moon in Pisces. So this is going to really heighten intuition and all kinds of things. So be aware of these points in the week. So we're switching from winter into spring, and this just brings in so much new vitality, energy. So with the new moon, all this new potential, you can set intentions, as well as spring. And I really was feeling in the meditation, my heart was just radiating with light, and it was almost like sparkles. It was like just this burst of confetti, if you will, of glitter. This is what it felt like, and it was just so warm, and it felt like energy healing in the heart chakra. So now is the time to really trust and to open your heart to all the new possibilities that are available to you. Now, before I go a little bit deeper, I just want to remind everybody about the special offer. This is my birthday week, so March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. So if you'd like to get an angel reading with me, you can go to my website, theangelschool.com. The special offer is still available for $77 for the half hour, but it's extended to 1 full hour. And if you go to my website, you just click on the half hour reading as is. Within 24 hours on the first business day, I will send you a confirmation email, and there will be instructions to set up the appointment and to submit your availability within the email correspondence. So don't worry about the web page scheduler. And there's no limit or restrictions on this. So if you had a reading before, you can have one again. Okay? All right. So, and let's tune in now, and just really just be aware of your heart chakra. And all the experiences that are going on within you. And as you open your heart and just set the intention of opening your heart, the angels bring you gifts. And there's so many angels coming forward. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Nathaniel, his name means the gift of God. Archangel Gabriel. And allow them, Archangel Shamiel, to open your heart chakra and to attune it to the higher frequencies of love. And they're going to do this. And if you have any fear about opening your heart, just know that they will do this to the level that you're ready. So just say to them, please help me open my heart. And And the seraphim are surrounding you as well. And the seraphim are 12th dimensional angels who surround the throne of God, and they sing Om, and the tones of manifestation that are the ideas and thoughts of Source. And so just allow them now. They've been circling even before the meditation, so allow them to come through and to sing to your heart, to make your heart a sacred space, sacred space for the full embodiment of your I am presence and Source. And they wrote the word lack. So you've been holding on to this idea of lack, whether it's intentional or unintentionally that you're doing this, it's there. And they want to help you to release this and to hold your heart as a sacred space for abundance, for blessings, for opportunities and rewards. And this is what's creating a little bit of a block in terms of being more receptive to the rewards that you've prayed for. And they write the word temple, and I know this idea that our body is a temple of God, concept. They want you to think about that you're creating a temple within your heart for all of the desires that you have, that you want to manifest, and everything that you deserve and that you're worthy of. And this is not because that what you think you're worthy of or not. This is what you are worthy of. And there's so much potential in this that you've not allowed as of yet, no matter how abundant your life already might seem for some of you. There's so much more. They're saying that you just have been skimming the surface of this. And this comes because we tend to have a lot of expectations and sort of preconceived ideas. We think we know where we're going, and we think that this is what we want. And we're just skimming off the surface of that. And so either aloud or in your heart, just intone the Om with the seraphim. And just continue to think, or in your mind, sing this Om or out loud. And just allow and feel how everything just focuses and centers. And just be aware of the fortune of your soul. That's what they're writing. Be aware of the fortune of your soul. And Archangel Raziel is also the Archangel of love and healing and abundance, is coming through to connect you with the expansive energy of Jupiter and its ascended aspect, Jombe, to connect you, to help you to feel safe about embracing abundance and the desires and your goals that you have to serve the highest good. And he's expanding his wings in front of you, extraordinarily wide. And see yourself, if you can see the archangel or sense him, or if you can imagine it, know that you're safe as you open up your own heart and feel yourself surrounded by this emerald green light. And Archangel Michael and Archangel Nathaniel is coming in as well. And Archangel Raphael's emerald green light is recalibrating your energy field. And he's offering you a cosmic emerald. And while this is happening, Archangel Michael is clearing your energy field of any negative beliefs, because he's coming in to strengthen your confidence in your divine life purpose. And so he's cutting those cords now, severing them, singeing them right to the roots, burning them away, and those attachments. And Archangel Raphael's healing is also going into the other situation or persons, as well as into you, to reestablish the harmony and the balance and the healing that's necessary so that you can let go and move on. And Archangel Raphael is going to place this cosmic emerald within your third eye. And Archangel Nathaniel is bringing you the gift of God, the gift of joy, he's saying. He's bringing you the gift of joy. So allow him to place that within your heart. And he's going to expand this. It looks like the Merkaba, which looks like the Star of David, or the six-pointed star with all the sides and facets. And he's going to expand this star, this Merkaba, around you. And it's set to the vibration of joy, to the frequency of joy. And feel it as, you can probably feel the expansion, feel it expand, and feel yourself and your own vibration rising. You might sense a change in air pressure, or you may hear these high sonics of frequencies, or you may feel a warmth or relaxation in your own energy fields. And this is every part of your being on every dimension aligning with this fifth dimensional Merkaba. And just breathe. Maybe now again, just 3 times the Om. Take another deep breath and relax your body. They're saying just relax. Om. And just allow yourself to feel the relaxation and the energy that's now moving up through your body from your earth chakra, from the earth. And feel the rush of abundance flowing in to you, into your cells. And the angels of love are coming through. Their wings, when they're down, look like heart shapes from behind. The angels of love bring this pure white light of source. And they are surrounding you and holding you in God's love. So before they appeared, I saw the word God, and then these angels. And they're bringing you directly God's love, along with the other archangels. And they're showing me a sign. So in this week, as you are, they want you to know that as you're going through your daily life, that you're going to receive a sign of love. And this could be in any form or shape. It could be something that someone offers to you. It could be an opportunity, your heart. It could be a job that you just are excited about and that you love. The idea is that everything, whatever happens to you in this week, that feels expansive, the word they're writing, that feels like an expansion of love, that gives you this new hope or opportunity, that allows you to feel joy. It's like you feel like you're, for the first time, you're able to breathe, or your head feels like it's above water for the first time, and that you no longer feel like you're under the threat of drowning. Any of these experiences is an act of love. This act of love that causes you to feel loved is a sign from these angels of love, from God to you, through the angels of love. So they're going to be with you this week, helping to sustain the abundance frequency that Archangel Raziel and the other archangels have helped to establish for you in this moment, to help you to feel safe, to help you to trust. There's a gallery of angels assisting you in this week. And they want you to be aware and to watch your judgment. Don't judge others and don't judge yourself, but compassion. They ask you to offer compassion. They want you to put notes up everywhere to remind you to be compassionate, because this will help you to stay in alignment with the frequency of the gifts that the angels of love are bringing you directly from God. They want you to be responsible. They want you to hold this compassion in your heart, in your hands, in your mind, in your actions. They want you to be responsible for compassion this week. They want you to be responsible for spreading their love, for bringing the love of God to others as well as to yourself. And you will find a whole new expression of your being unfolding, and clearer messages, because if you hold this vibration of compassion, it is purifying. It's purifying you of all the negativity automatically and keeps you lifted and uplifted and allows you to experience your worth, to come to know it in a way that is so profound that it is life-altering. And life-altering for others. So do whatever you have to do to keep an awareness of compassion, because compassion is the act of love. It is the act of love. And it's through compassion that you will receive the signs of the angels of love in your life, working with you and helping you. And all the angels to sort of boost your confidence in yourself and in your potential and worth. Because your worth is not about a financial abundance. Your worth is about your accountability to love. And your bank is compassion. The more compassionate, especially this starts with self. So especially for those of you who love pleasing and helping other people, you've got to bank it up towards yourself first so that you have it to give. But the practice of compassion towards others also helps you. So the thing is to be aware. Don't just be aware of the compassion you can give to others, but especially be aware of the compassion that you can give to yourself, because you deserve it. And if you know you deserve it, then manifestation is simple. Manifestation is simple. Your goals, accomplishing your goals is simple, because no matter what gets in your way, you know that you're worthy of this because of the love that you feel is the gift of what you're passionate about. That your gift is a gift of love. It's a gift of service, a gift of love. Your plans, your ideas, these are gifts of love. So that's why they're worthy. Your doubts have no room or place in that conversation. Because when you are giving love, or you're doing something out of love, there's no idea of wrong in it. You're not foolish. You're not selfish. You're fulfilling. You're acting as an ambassador of love on behalf of God. All right, so let's take a look at the archangel that we'll be working with for this week. And it's the Archangel Raziel again. I don't know if we had this card last week, but we had another card. And we had the clairvoyance last week. And this is spiritual understanding. And Archangel Raziel is saying here, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols. So there's that whole thing about the signs. And helping you to understand spiritual truths. And what we're working with this week, and here we have that Merkaba, okay, the six-pointed star that we're working with. So that's perfect here, because so now you can see that. And the angels are trying to help you to hold this vibration of love, of divine love. Because when you're holding this vibration of divine love, and you hold the worth of it and the knowing of it for yourself, then, and you can do it for others, then you are already shifting your alignment with everything that you want. You're creating the clear path for what you desire, but you know that what you're asking for is always in the highest good, right? It's always for the highest good. And they keep writing out the word cafe, cafe, cafe. So this is my word for networking. So you're going to tap into the network. And you might find yourself your network opens up for you. So that means that you're not alone. You're not doing this alone. So don't walk through this whole path looking for signs so that you can get something done by yourself. That means that you might be receiving help, or you might be collaborating to get where you're going. And that's the act of love, to be able to receive someone else's help, their gifts, and to be able to learn how to work with others and in a compassionate way, right? In a loving way, to work with them, to see them. Because, in this world today, right now, we've gotten down to the place where we don't trust anyone anymore. We've got so focused on all the lies that are being told that what we don't realize is that by focusing on them, law of attraction, you're actually sort of perpetuating this idea of distrust. And then it goes down right to your own self, because that's how connected we are. That's why that whole idea of do unto others as you would have them to do unto you, because you are doing it unto yourself. What you've done unto the least of them, you've done it unto me also. So when we go around judging, the minute we start that path, we are judging not only them, but ourselves, because it is all a part of the same network of oneness. There is really, truly no separation. And so our compassion practice is important, first to ourselves and then to others. And it's not like one, they're not saying, oh, now do it to me, now do it to them. No, you just need to always be aware of self and others and be compassionate to both. Okay? And be compassionate when you don't get it, especially when you feel like you don't get it. Be even more compassionate towards yourself. When you feel like you're not doing the right thing, be compassionate. When you feel like you're failing, be compassionate. When you see someone else messing up, be compassionate. When you see them doing it on purpose, be compassionate. Because we have all been in those positions. Our judgment tries to categorize things, separate them. But there is no separation. These categories do not exist. These are things for our ego, our mind to play around with. And you notice that when we get into all the little dissecting of things and putting things into this category and that, we just get really lost. It's like a huge distraction. And then at the end of it all, we feel sort of god-awful. We don't feel better. We don't feel uplifted. We're never inspired by this judgment thing. So we really need to give it up and I'm trying to find the words there, but I'm missing them. Give it up in order to replace it with compassion. Because at least compassion allows you to mend what's broken. It helps you to move towards reconciliation. I'm not saying that you have to be friends with somebody all of a sudden, but just to understand them, even if you never have to speak to them again, but to understand, to have compassion, allows you to move on, and them too, if they, from their side, want to receive that compassion. It's not your job to feed it, put it in their mouth, but just to offer it in your heart, for it to be within yourself. Okay. And remember, so you can call on Archangel Raziel to help you to understand these spiritual truths that we're speaking to you today. His name means the secrets of God. And he can help you when you're struggling with things in your life that just don't seem to make sense to your ego. Because what it really is, when you're in those moments, your ego is just not getting it. It's not having it, because it's stuck on its own stuff. Like me. Like, you took this from me. You need to pay for that, that kind of stuff. And we don't understand. We're human. But we can call on the Archangel Raziel to help us with that spiritual understanding. So whenever you're struggling spiritually, call upon Archangel Raziel. All right, so the card that we have for the beginning of the week is the King of Earth, the King of Pentacles. And he's holding these crystals here. And so, working with the crystal energy is one idea that's coming to me. Especially, he's holding what looks like clear quartz crystals. And clear quartz crystals sort of encompass every need that you have. It's like the one-stop all kind of crystal if you don't have any other crystals on hand. And you can set intentions for whatever it is that you want to work on. But it's also good for clearing that negativity. But you just have to make sure that you clear the crystal as well. Okay? So you may really want to set, and since it's the King of Pentacles, or the King of Earth, maybe there's something in terms of you need to really set clear intentions, clearer goals in terms of something that you're trying to establish, whether it is a contract or negotiation about a home, or if it's something in terms of your finances, or just your abundance consciousness. You might just be working with the abundance consciousness this week as the archangels did that whole energy work with us. So, set clear intention, really get grounded. So really know what it is, what sparked your heart, since the King of Earth is sort of, all the kings are fire, and then his sign is earth. So figure out what you're really passionate about, what is really your thing, like what's hot, what's the opportunity this week, because the King of Earth always is aware of the opportunity. He has that Midas touch. He knows how to handle his business, right? And then, but at the same time, that earthiness, that groundedness, so solid plans, solid goals, right? And maybe you might need to really get crystal clear about these things. So making sure that you're being practical, making sure that you're being generous where you can be generous, being practical where you need to be practical. All right? And we'll see what, as this goes on, what other messages might come up. All right. This is the Three of Water, or the Three of Cups. So this is always about a celebration, something with friendships, reconnecting with friends. This happens to be probably the middle of the week, so my birthday. So that'll that's one idea. It could be a holiday. It could be something. But the thing is, it seems like that if you really set your intention, you may have something to celebrate. You may feel all of a sudden this optimism, right? And reward. So this is a card of emotional rewards that you establish for yourself. So the number 3 is about something in terms of expansion or giving birth to something. So what maybe after you get this crystallize your idea, or you set your intention, and you know what you're really passionate about, and now you just sort of really throw yourself into this, all right, and find fulfillment, emotional fulfillment in this. And it allows you to really feel like you can move forward on something. All right, let's take a look at the card for the end of the week. And this is this is called the Warrior. She calls them the Warriors of, which are the Knights, the Warrior of Earth. Okay, so this And this sort of looks like pan or something like that, right? But this means that you're going to begin to sort of set up your plans for what you're going to do and start really beginning to work on your mission, but you're going to take it a step at a time. So there's nothing to rush into. They're saying don't be compulsive is the word I'm seeing here. So in this week, you know, do not be compulsive in terms of just, I don't want to say don't jump in, right? But it's like take your time. There's no rush. Really lay the foundation. Get back to the basics. There may be something that you might have been having some trouble with. And this might be one of those things where you need to go back to the basics to really reconnect with what your purpose was. With the knight, he's focused on his purpose, focused on a purpose, serving that purpose. And you may have had something may have gotten off slightly, or you may have, been lost that angle. But whatever it is, you need to don't rush, but take your time, really dedicate yourself. So this also, to me, says that you, at the end of the week, you deepen your commitment. Because, and here they're writing the word responsibility again. You deepen a commitment to an important responsibility. And they're showing me a little witch. So this is my symbol for really stepping into your spiritual power. Okay, and that you have all the resources within you to make something happen. So I get this sense about believing in yourself, believing in your own inner magic, your own, don't forget that you're a child of the cosmos. They're writing the word cosmic in front of me. And that you have the same gifts of the Creator. So whatever it is that you want to create, you can do it. You need to believe in yourself. They're writing the word cap, like as in capitalize. So just realize that everything you've done, every experience you've had has prepared you for this. And you just need to have courage, they're saying. Have courage. So what I'm getting a sense of is that this might be something that you aren't sure of because it's not something that you were expecting. You didn't see yourself doing this, but you're capable of doing it, and you're actually passionate about it and perhaps excited about it. So go for it. Don't get logical. Don't become like one of the court cards of the swords and let your mind get involved and saying, well, this doesn't add up because blah, 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 blah. There's no evidence for this. But the thing is that we don't often see the total sum of our experiences, right? And what skills, you may have a skill, you're doing this, but you develop other skills as sort of like it just comes with the territory, so to speak. You pick up other things because there are other things outside of the scope of what you think you're there for that sometimes you're asked to do. So, in life, the same thing with life in terms of just living, being alive. From when you were a kid, there are things that you see yourself doing now that you never would have thought was possible, or that you would ever see yourself being interested in doing or having to do, but it's happened. And so all of that is a part of your experience, and it informs and integrates into what your skills are. So your skills aren't just the things that you train to do. Your skills are who you've become. And you can apply them. Even if in a situation that's unexpected. Then all of that has been, all of that is still flexible and smart enough, intelligent enough to adapt. Because That's what skills are. They're not limitations. Like I know our world is so filled with specialists, but that should not limit you. And if it has, and you feel out of place when you're called into something else in your field, then that means you've been, focused blindly. You have blinders on, and you need to remove those blinders, because there's much more going on in your environment of your profession or your career. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the card from the bottom of the deck. All right, so this is interesting here. So the Hierophant, and this is about traditions and sort of having I see it as traditions and beliefs, traditional traditions, sort of fixed beliefs. At the same time, I see it as also as a card of that awareness of your outer practice, your outer spiritual practice. That is to say, how you show up in the world. How you show up in the world. How do you read the signs in the world? How do you make those connections to who you are, right? And to where you're going? How do you interpret the divine in your life? Now, that can get kind of, mixed, because, we're seeing the world then through the lens of our own perspective, that is, say, our ego, and we're constantly being challenged by the universe to expand, to become more and more enlightened, right? And it's sort of similar to what we were just discussing, wherein we have to remove those blinders so that we can really see the full picture of the environment that we're in. There are opportunities all around you all the time, but our ego is always in judgment and only is picking out the criticism. And this is why, because I was asking myself, well, what does all this have to do with the compassion piece? Because this is why we have to be compassionate. This is one way that compassion opens us up, helps us to remove those blinders. Because when we're compassionate, we decrease the criticism, which narrows our vision, which causes those blinders to become really thick, and so that we can't see what's on either side of us. It's also what limits us from noticing and the value of our worth, our spiritual worth. It limits the signs that we're able to see. Because if, think of Source as just sort of a 360, and your ego is just sort of like, straight ahead, nothing else. So we have to be aware of these things, okay? And that compassion will increase your vision, to be able to see everything around you, to hold nothing back. And it doesn't mean that you have to let go of who you are, but it's about expanding or opening up to all that you truly are. Okay? And you can do this through really taking your time with this step by step. Again, be intentional. So I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles here, be intentional about this practice this week. The spiritual practice. So be intentional about the spiritual practice of compassion, because it will help you when you start thinking limitations, or I can't do that. That's not possible for me. That's a judgment. and just affirm in compassion that you are multidimensional, that even your experiences as you've been walking through this earth, you've been a multidimensional being. You are more diverse in your skills than you think. You're more diverse in your understanding than you have realized. So be compassionate, trust that you can meet whatever challenges are coming up in your life. Trust that you can transform with the changes, that you can adjust with the changes that are coming, that are unfolding for you in your life. Trust that you will know what to do when the moment arrives, so that you don't allow yourself to negate any of these opportunities, these signs of love that are coming to you to help you to manifest your true worth in your physical experiences. All right. So I send you lots of love, lots of compassion, and joy and peace. And have a beautiful week, everyone. And God bless you.